Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Neil, and today we are going to showcase what item you need to unlock the full potential of your BMW sedan or even BMW SUV. This item or these items I've had for quite some time now. I've had them for around maybe 2 weeks more or less, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. I love them to bits. It's definitely an item that I wanted for the longest time, but I just couldn't find the right deal. Now, this item right here, it's definitely going to be beneficial for you in the long run. It opens up so many possibilities on what you can do with your vehicle, and it's just an amazing accessory. Even though if it's not OEM, it's still a good, nice to have item. And what are those items in particular I'm talking about? I am talking about the BMW roof rack OEM and also the OEM BMW bike carrier. These two items, these two combinations, they have been superb so far. They have been so useful. I've taken them to the park, to the bike trail, and I've been just biking with my kid, and it just opened up so many possibilities for what I could do with my vehicle. Of course, I'm going to show you what the BMW roof rack looks like and also the bike carrier, so let's get it. So of course, first and foremost, this is the OEM BMW bike carrier. This, I believe, is in conjunction with Thull. I'm not sure how you pronounce that brand name, but it's spelled Thuele or something like that. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen somewhere, but they're pretty much the same thing. You have your OEM BMW markings here and also at the front somewhere. I believe it's the front somewhere, but this mechanism definitely is super intuitive and super easy to pick up. I'm going to show you how this looks like when installed and also show you how this functions. But what you need to do is, of course, you need to have your set of keys. There's a lock here and there's a lock here as well. This is to lock this knob right here so that once you finish winding it and tightening this clamp that clamps onto your bike, it won't move. And also there's another kind of button down here to loosen the clamp so that you can clamp on your bike middle section properly. And here you have 1, 2, and 3 locks to lock onto the roof rack itself. Now, I believe this is compatible with other aftermarket roof racks as well, so this is very interchangeable, which is great. Here you have your, I would call these maybe gorilla clamps that you could lock on the wheels. The thing about these clamps are, I believe you could upgrade them so that they clamp onto thicker tires, thicker bike tire wheels. Don't quote me on that, but I've seen them online and I've seen them being sold separately. That's something that I would definitely need to look into. But all in all, this item is just superb. I got this for a really good price on Facebook Marketplace. It's around I think $300 plus tax or more Canadian if bought new from the dealership. So this is something that I was very happy about picking up. Now let's move on to the roof rack and let me show you how the roof rack looks like and how this can be mounted on the roof rack. Let's go. Here's the part number for you, just in case you're interested in purchasing it. These are for sure made in Poland and it has the maximum weight load here as well. So be mindful of that when you're loading on your bike. I'm not sure if there's a bike that's heavier than 22.5 kg, but I'm sure there are bikes like that. Okay, now I did get a set of roof racks for the BMW X1. I have always been a fan of small SUVs such as the X1 and such as the Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. I have had it in the past in terms of SUV wise, and I've always been very curious about taking advantage of these rails, these roof carriers. And lo and behold, I got a great price on these BMW OEM roof racks and I just had to buy them. It was such a great deal and it makes the car look more versatile and much more adventurous. Now, the newer versions of these bike racks, the kind of rubber piece right here, you could press it down and install your accessory. For this one, you need to remove these rubber pieces and you have to slide them down, which exposes like a hollow kind of rail, and it accumulates water, which kind of sucks. And also, of course, it accumulates dust, which I don't like. But all in all, it's an amazing look. Am I right? It's pretty cool. I definitely think that it makes the vehicle much more attractive. Now, mind you, when you have something like this installed, when you have the bike rack installed, it's gonna make wind noise. When you're driving, you might hear a little bit of whistling, and that's normal because obviously it messes up the aerodynamics of your car. And for this one in particular, it does make a little bit of a noise. I can hear a slight whistling when I'm driving, but it's not annoying. And it's definitely something that you don't really pay much attention to. Of course, with these roof racks, you will be given a set of keys. Make sure you don't lose them because then these keys are very annoying to replace. I believe you have to go back to the dealership and you have to basically prove that you're the sole owner of these racks somehow. And I was told to make just copies of those keys when I can. I haven't yet to do so, but it did come with a set of keys. It came with one key for the roof rack and also came with one key for the bike carrier. Now, I'm gonna move the Tesla so that I can showcase how to install the bike carrier. I've positioned it right where the bike carrier just kind of slides in easily. Of course, you're gonna have to measure the distance from the first rack onto the second rack. You have to make sure that this distance to this distance is enough to slide in those accessories that you have. Of course, other accessories that this bike or this roof rack can hold are the OEM cargo box, the OEM ski and snowboard carrier as well. And I believe there are other miscellaneous accessories as well. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen somewhere, but I think there's like a basket and I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to pop it on the screen and possibly drop parts numbers in the description below. But I'm gonna move the Tesla and I'm going to demonstrate how you can install the roof carrier, and of course, I'll demonstrate on how to mount the bike on top as well. It's a little bit sketchy, a little bit dangerous, but let's do it. All right, so as you can see, this unit right here is fairly long in size. It's almost definitely as tall as me, but it's a bike carrier that is very sturdy. Right now, what you have to do is you have to unlock these plastic casings right here, and we're gonna slide in this bike carrier with these notches in place and then lock it so that it doesn't move. As I mentioned before, the newer or the old bike racks, they are very tedious and they're very low tech. You have to remove the rubber seal on top before this can go in properly, and you have to leave the whole guardrail exposed. And it's something that is not my favorite, but it is what it is. So lo and behold, this is the unit. We're gonna get this installed. Let's get this on and see what's up. Let's just unlock this. Let it kind of expose and sit like that. Unlock this as well. There you go. Oh man, as I mentioned, you have to remove this like so. Again, there's like these little hinges right here where it just kind of slides on, as you could tell. So make sure you line these bad boys up on both ends. Now I'm gonna fully remove the plastic bits in a bit, but I'm gonna have this. Ugh. There you go. Okay, now those things kind of move and slide just to make sure that these go in properly as well. Okay, now that this is set, you can ideally set this to any position you want. Some people put it in the middle, some people put it on the side, but in the BMW manual or OEM kind of video tutorial, they leave it off offset to the passenger side only. And this mechanism is fitted for the passenger side only. I believe you could invert it. The video did say that you could invert this to face the other way, but since I only have one, we are going to just leave this on the passenger side for now. I've been loading it on passenger side and it's been great so far, and we're gonna continue that route. But if you prefer to have it on the driver's side, by all means, go for it. So now that we have it in here, we're just going to make sure that we position this enough so that it's not hugging fully on the passenger side. Now I kind of like it where it's at. I'm just gonna close this up and I'm just gonna lock it for now. And of course, in order for you to access these locks up here, it's best for you to step on the door sill. So I'm gonna lock this in place. And then we're gonna head over to the other side to remove the plastic or rubber trim as well. Remove these rubber pieces. Now these rubber pieces, you could do whatever you want with them. You could cut them a little shorter. You could get a replacement for them if you lose it. All in all, I'm keeping them just because in case I take this off in the wintertime and I don't want snow inside these hollow rails. And I use this to obviously cover them up. Obviously, when you have the system on, you do not go through a car wash, a touch car wash in particular, because it's going to get tangled up with your roof system. It's going to pull your car back and it's just going to be a nightmare. So all in all, I would not recommend, and I would only recommend you going through maybe a touchless car wash. All right, now we are looking at a bird's eye view of this bike carrier mounted on. What you want to do right now is slide it so that it's a little bit offset from the center. I use the fin as a measuring point of where the center is. I'm just going to position it to my own liking. I'm going to leave it here. And as I mentioned before, now that when you remove the rubber plastics or rubber kind of strips, you have this hollowed out area where it can accumulate water, dirt, and debris, which kind of sucks. This is obviously old technology and these are older roof racks. So right now you twist this to tighten it, and then I already kind of pre-twisted it. So I'm just gonna lock it in place. So that's the back. Now, once you lock it, this won't move. And then of course I will show you how it looks like on the front. Okay, this is the front. Setup is similar. You just have two locks. I already kind of twisted and locked in, or twisted it to my liking. I'm just gonna push it down. Okay, there's one. And this is the last one. This one is a special one because it has a locking mechanism here. So you wanna make sure that you push it and kind of go into this one allowed slot so that you can lock it. Now, afterwards, I'm gonna get my trusty bike rack key and lock it in place. Now, once you lock it in place, everything is very sturdy and it won't move. I've been told that the previous owner used this mount for a 10K bike and they drove, I don't know, maybe like 200 kilometers, and he definitely did not sweat bullets. So if you have a 10K bike, this is definitely a unit that you can trust. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna demonstrate how to mount the bike and how it looks like when I put this into adventure mode. And yeah, it's gonna be great. Before I mount the bike, would you look at that? Look how she sits. What a beauty. I love how OEM products look and feel. I definitely am a big fan of this accessory, as I mentioned before. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're going to untighten these gator clamps. I'm not sure what these clamps are called officially, but I'm gonna call them gator clamps for now. Untighten them, and then mount my mountain bike. And I will show you folks how to get this on, how to get it off, and also how it looks like. Let's go. Okay, this is my mountain bike. Now, I know it's a very old school mountain bike. It's definitely from my childhood days, but this mountain bike has seen many seasons and it's treated me so well. So I'm gonna continue using it, but this bike is very heavy. It's super heavy. It has shocks, it has front shocks, rear shocks, and it also has a maybe aluminum frame that hasn't really aged that well. We are going to mount this old school bike on top of this BMW to see how it looks like, and of course show you how functional and how versatile this could be. Obviously, if you're a biker, you're gonna have an awesome road bike, but I'm gonna demonstrate using a mountain bike for demonstrating purposes. So let's go. Even though I consider myself a taller gentleman, I'm going to open one of these doors and use the door sills as a ladder for me to mount this bike. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Oof. Okay, definitely a little scary, but I'll manage. sure this is locked to the back as well. Okay, and now you lock this so that this does not retract or come loose. There you go. It may seem a little wobbly, but I promise you, it's stable. I've driven on it and it holds really, really good. I'm gonna get off the car. And voila, this is the OEM BMW bike carrier with a bike on top. Let me know your thoughts. So there you have it, guys. This was today's video about the OEM BMW roof rack and also the OEM BMW bike carrier. Now, let me know in your comment section down below what you think of these accessories and if you will be picking up a set of your own. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channels. It definitely helps me in the long run. But until then, see you next time.